Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest. His name is Donkey from Shrek, and he'll be um, my very, very special guest today as I talk about Little Miss Sunshine, um, a movie that I think came out 2011, 2012, 2015, somewhere around then, and also talk about one of his themes, which was beauty pageants, or just like the concept of beauty being what is beauty, and especially for like a little girl. It's about like this little girl named Olive who wants to enter a beauty pageant, and her whole family goes on this trip from Albuquerque to California, um, and it's fascinating, this journey that she goes on, and all these different realizations that she has. I mean, it's a chaotic film. There's so much going on, and there's different characters that are great foils for each other. They kind of like contrast each other pretty well, so you get these like really cool interesting dialogues between them, because they're so different and their worldviews are so different. You get to like, kind of like hear both sides of the story kind of type of thing. But in today's video, I specifically want to talk about like body image, especially as like a little girl, and how pedophilic that industry is, and how she was all she really like she had fun doing it. She was practicing with her grandpa. This grandpa character in this film is like this. I don't know what he's shooting up his nose. He's shooting something up his nose. And spoilers, he does die. Um, so it's kind of crazy, and he's like this grandpa character's teaching Olive, this little like 7-year-old girl, a dance routine so she can perform at this beauty pageant called Little Miss Sunshine. And like she really thinks she can win. And there's another theme in the movie is like the concept of winning and losing. The dad character is like this like self-help type of guy who's like come up with this like 11 steps, 9 steps something program that's supposed to like transform you, and like that's what the winners do. Like there's like different steps, and he's like written a book, and now he's like uh the go-getter, like winners gotta like keep trying, and like that's like his attitude, and like he's trying to like get his 9 steps like published, and he's talking about like media, and how like he wants to do media and books and movies and stuff. So that's like that character, and like she's like in this like there's this dialogue at one point. Olive's like, and it's kind of crazy because it's the last dialogue that she has with the grandpa character, who's been like her coach for this whole time, and she's like, I'm stressed about tomorrow. It's like the night before the pageant, and they're like in this motel. I don't know, in the middle of nowhere, like somewhere between Albuquerque and California. They're like staying the night. They're trying to make the pageant the next day at like 3 p.m. So it's the night before, and as the grandpa's like tucking her in and like good night, she's like, Grandpa, I'm like really scared. Something, I'm paraphrasing, and it's interesting because all up until that point she was very confident, and she was she was like, I'm gonna win. Like there's this point where before they start this journey, or the dad character kind of like grabs her by the shoulder, and he's like, there's no point entering a contest if you're not gonna win. Do you really think you're gonna win? And she's like, yes. And so that's been her attitude. But like as they get this like yellow van and get on the road, she's like, I'm scared about tomorrow. I like, last minute chills, so it's normal. But the grandpa's like, you're really, and she's like, am I beautiful? And grandpa's like, yeah, you're beautiful. And she's like, what if I don't win? Daddy doesn't like losers. And the grandpa character has this line, which is like a really cool line, and he says, losers are the people that are so afraid of losing that they don't even try. Um, and you're a beautiful woman, like beautiful girl inside and out. And that's like his last scene, because he kind of like overdoses after that. But like there's this other scene where they're like in a diner, again somewhere like in the middle of the road, and they're ordering breakfast, and she she asks her mom, she's like, what should I order, what can I order? And her mom says anything like below $4, and she decides to get waffles with ice cream. And then that character is like, yo, like, are you sure you want to like eat ice cream like for breakfast? And then the mom's like already knows like where he's going with it. He's like, bro, like I think his name was Richard. He's like, Richard, don't you dare. And she's like, what do you mean? Like it's like her and like her expressions, her face expressions are crazy. Like the acting she did, despite being so young, is like insane. Cause she's like kind of like the first time that like that's even occurring to her. That thought is even occurring to her that, oh my god, I could like gain weight by eating ice cream. Because before that moment, she's just like a kid loving ice cream. And yeah, so it's like there's like, and so yeah, I don't want to go through the whole film, but like there's conversations, like the build up is there, and at some point like she asks, like they make it to the beauty pageant, but she asked like one of the Miss California, like one of the girls that won it before, she's like, do you eat ice cream? And she's like, yeah. So she's like, oh my god, mom, like she eats ice cream. So like, and there's like these scenes of her like in front of the mirror looking at her like body, just like looking at her like stomach. So I don't know, I really like resonated with that, and like how it feels to like go from like being a child, like as a girl, like, literally like a child, to like being like a teenager, and then like a woman, like growing up and maturing. And how fucking often, like I think it's like a worldwide thing, no matter which country you're from, like girls are like sexualized from a very young age, and it's fucking disgusting, nasty, and disturbing. Like it was like that was also like one of the other themes of like the story. Like the brother character, like even at some point she's like, this is crazy, like they shouldn't be doing this, like all these things. And like it is crazy. It's like you have like kids that are like 5 years old, like 7 years old, like in like full blown fucking makeup, and hair and like dresses, and like they don't look like kids, they look like fucking adults, like they look like women, they're like dressed up as a woman, but they're fucking kids, and like they're doing these things that are like low key, that's like provocative. I don't know if that's the right word, but like, and it's so funny because the grandpa's also like, the grandpa character, like, and how often like he, like in the same scene, like in the diner, he's like, don't listen to him, don't listen to your dad. Like I like meat on my woman's bone or something. So like, yes, he's like coming out like defending her, but at the same time, that's also kind of problem. I don't know. It's just like there's so much like commenting that gets, everybody's like, and it often comes from your fucking family members. Yes, it comes from like fucking strangers on the internet or like whatever the fuck, but it's like it's mostly like the first time you're exposed to like that type of thinking is like from men in your own life. It's like your own dad, your own grandpa, and like in different ways. And whether it be like even a good thing, like a good comment or a bad comment, it's still a comment, and it's still like I think it's way too young for girls to be commented on, like their bodies, and um, like have their bodies be an exclusionary thing of their identity, and have them like worry like crazy about their bodies. And actually like one of my like yeah, one of the people like close to me, like she's suffering from, I think it's anorexia, I don't know, but she basically doesn't eat. And it's a whole like, I don't know if she necessarily wants to be like go to be in a beauty pageant, but she does want to like be a model. So like the modeling industry and the fucking beauty industry as a whole, it makes so much money, all the way from like plastic surgery to all these creams and fucking like all the product, all the beauty products. Like most of them are like targeted towards women. It's like very recently that you have like men's beauty products that are like designated like for men. Other than a fucking like I don't know, like a shaving cream or like a deodorant or like whatever the fuck, but like most like beauty products, like insane beauty products, are just like targeted towards women. So the industry as a whole, like the laser, the plastic surgery, the hair salons, the nail, the it's just so much money involved, and all this money is being made from girls and women feeling insecure about themselves. And like it makes sense from a business sense, which is really dark, because if I want to like sell a product, say like if I want to sell like I don't know, in this case beauty, like, and I need like the more people that that buy from me, the more rich I get. So therefore, the more I make them feel like they're not beautiful, and I'm the one who's selling them beauty with the cream, with the plastic surgery, with this and that, so that they can look like this unattainable look that I'm putting out and I'm defining as beautiful. This body that's like so skinny, like no human's body can be like that fucking skinny without fucking drugs, and like maybe very 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 like very rarely, maybe and not even, because like some of these looks are like they're not like healthy bodies, and they're being like defined as like beautiful. And meanwhile, girls and women that are like obviously like they're human. You need like muscle, you need skin, you have like organs, you have like a body that's like a functioning. It's doing way fucking more than just like looking pretty. It's literally keeping you alive, and like it's their health ultimately that like in cases goes to fucking shit because they're not eating because they want to be skinny. They're not, you know, um, exercising because they don't want to get bulky, or they're not fucking again eating, or they're just like go through this crazy like obsession with fucking plastic surgery and changing up their looks, and it can become an addiction. It can be compulsive. It can be outside of your control. You can crave it because it's just like, and it's unattainable because that look is unattainable. Even if you have, so that's what happens. Like they end up like hiring these people that don't look, they don't look normal. It's like, and then there's another layer of unattainableness that goes into it, which is like all the fucking editing they do to the photos and the videos, and social media is fucking crazy, and that's just like you see shit on social media, it's not real, it's edited. Even if somebody's like that fucking skinny, and even if they get the modeling job, and even if they, guess what? Their skin's gonna be maybe have big pores, and they might have pimples, and like it's insane when you like search up like before and after, like how crazy heavily photoshopped these photos are. Like it's unattainable. Like that look is unattainable, and it makes sense in a business sense because the more unattainable that look is, the more the beauty industry who's selling beauty makes money. It's like all these promises of just like if you just do this, and if you just do that, and if you buy this, and if you buy that, then you'll be beautiful. Where I do think like, you know, being beautiful is something that's taught. It needs to come from inside, and no matter what you do, if it's like a mental crazy game, like it could get you to like fucking really fucking scary, and literally like you could fucking, it's like a game you're playing with your fucking life, because it's like in extreme cases you could literally like lose your health and potentially your fucking life if you're not like eating, or if you're not fucking taking care of yourself, or if you're like obsessed in like a crazy obsessed loop with like plastic surgery. And another film that really touched on this was Substance, The Substance, with Demi Moore playing in it, and I'm gonna make another video about that. But I think I want to link it to this because like the portrayal of these themes are like so different. Like in Substance is so like in your face and so like, you know, like you could feel it, but in this film is more like subtle, and it's obviously like one of the themes that are like being explored. Like she's just one of the characters, but yeah, the theme and concept of like body image, especially like in girls, it's honestly I think in any gender, it's not just in girls, but like specifically like, you know, the whole like yeah. So in these two films, it's explored like very differently. In Little Miss Sunshine, it's like one of the storylines, and it's like maybe the main thing because it's all about like her going to this pageant and stuff, and that's like kind of what's like leading the plot. But yeah, there's like other stuff happening versus The Substance. Like it's kind of like focused on that theme. But even so, like you see it, like characters from like Olive who are like 7 years old are dealing with it in a sense, and characters that like Demi Moore that are like, I don't know, like 40, 50 years old, or like even like it's crazy how it's not like a woman's issue. It's literally like a girl's issue. It's like a little kid's issue. Like it's like I knew somebody when I was like in middle school, and I'm sure like we all know these people, and it's like crazy that we all know these people because it's like so it's an epidemic, I don't know, whatever at this point. It's just like it is an epidemic. But yeah, she would just like fucking just drink one glass of milk a day and just have like one little bowl of rice. Like that's all she would like. And I know for a fact she lost a lot of hair, but like that's like what she wanted. She wanted to look like, you know, one of these models. And yeah. Um, I really hope you find a way to feel beautiful in your own body, and just know that it does truly come from your mind, and it's not like. And I always try to like remind myself of that too. I'm doing like so much like better these days, but like especially when I was younger, I was insecure about that shit too. So it can truly like mess up your life and make your life feel awful and affect all different areas of it if you have body dysmorphia. And it's a very serious thing, and I think like, you know, we deserve to get help for it. We deserve to talk about it, and like everybody honestly deserves to like, um, regardless of their gender or age, it's like, or the country they're from. It's like it's such a like human thing at this point. It's such a human issue, especially with the internet. Like all the shit the media we're consuming is just like it's everywhere. So it's not like one person's or one specific group's problem anymore. It's a serious thing. So thank you for watching. We did a little rant. We did a little like movie review. I do want to do more movie reviews, since I'm a filmmaker and I love films and all these things. But um, yeah, feel free to also follow me on Letterboxd. I'll put that in the link description below. Um, and subscribe so you can stay tuned for when I post the next video. Have an awesome day. Bye. See you soon.